Mr. Perry comes and everything changes, so we in a real sense run the whole episode for himself. And he detests it. He says you realize, I believe Jeffrey should be gay. And he has eyes for his harasser. That is not what I tried out for what he was finding a seat at this table. And I just asked Tyler made it plainly. He said, look, nobody can realize that I'm gay. And I'm thinking what Tyler Perry's gay, he won't transform, I'm certain. He's presumably has some gay sex in the past, some place as of late. That won't change he's a gay man. Joshua Soleil recorded a claim against Tyler Perry Studios, and his male boss Brett Hendricks, guaranteeing he was physically bugged working and discharged after he whined right now. You could undoubtedly say Tyler Perry has ascended to exceptional status in the diversion indus, separated from having a broadly effective profession in theater expressions. Perry has additionally had the option to transform the back local area as an encouraging sign for exactly the way in which far one could go throughout everyday life, except other than the style and Grant's reality. Stands that all that sparkles genuinely isn't gold, as the entertainer has additionally been up to speed and similarly, however many discussions as he has Grant's. Normally, this makes individuals question whether the Tyler Perry they love and see on screen is truly a similar individual. Such countless individuals have detailed in a horrible light. Well, it's your big moment, since we're taking apart this whole story to select the falsehoods and reality. So remain tuned till the end. So after Mr. Perry says, we will change the person, make him gay, I promptly get on the telephone with my mother, since I'm similar to. Is this client, might they at any point change a person like this as a fruitful entertainer in the present media outlet? It's extremely difficult to thoroughly try not to be up to speed in one debate or the other anyway. What separates Tyler Perry's contention from what you would regularly experience is that a many individuals have come out two-level cases of his monumental on them. I'm not looking at having somebody do a gentle trick, goodness. I'm alluding to straight men saying he had been driving them to do gay jobs to the detriment of their occupation. Yoser right well. That is what the titles began to peruse after entertainer and voice mentor Brandon J. took to TikTok as of late to focus on how shooting only one episode of Perry's Meet the Browns transformed into the most distressing and hardest experience of his life, as per Jay Daly on Perry's show set, is more extraordinary than the common one episode. Shoot the entertainer says episodes are typically shot in multi-week anyway. At Tyler Perry Studios, they're shot in one day. Notwithstanding the tight shooting plan, Jay blames Perry for rolling out latest possible moment improvements to the contents the entertainers needed to remember before each shoot Jay had tried out for, and was assuming the part of Jeffrey, a strong secondary school teen who was being tormented at school. I require a few days to get familiar with the whole content, Jay relates. Then upon the arrival of shooting the Alfonso Ribeiro coordinated episode, Harry strolls in, and everything changes, Jay guaranteed. So we in a real sense run the whole episode for himself. And he loathes it. Jay said, we go on break. I'm sitting in my changing area. And in strolls the associate chief. I have a whole new content with all new lines, endlessly pages. I have an hour to realize this stuff. The entertainer Perry's abhorrence for the first content would bring about everybody being compelled to learn new lines of the honchos. Picking Mr. Perry on the spot begins reworking the whole content, Jay guaranteed, while taking care of the youthful entertainer. The lines he needed to consummate, not too far off on the spot, Jay guarantees the chief encouraged him to become familiar with the new off-the-cuff lines, or probably he would be shot. While adapting to the situation to become familiar with the new lines, Jay claims Perry concluded that his personality would be gay and have eyes for his secondary school menace. The radical plot change wasn't what Jay had initially tried out for. I believe that Jeffrey should be gay, and he has a keen interest in his harasser. Jay claims Perry said in the second portion of the Uncover discharged the following day. Jay adds to the story to uncover a starting reaction to being informed his personality would now must be gay. Jay says He contacted his representative, who let him know that he doesn't need to play the job on the off chance that he feels really awkward assuming another part. He never endorsed on for my representative, was like in no way, shape or form on the off chance that Brandon feels really awkward with playing this character. Then he can stroll from this, since you don't need to do anything that you feel awkward doing. Yet after some lengthy idea, Jay says it was an open door. He would have rather not given he chose to assume the part in spite of Perry's latest possible moment choice, to turn the person gay. Well, not long after the story time surfaced on Twitter, Jay got blended reactions from individuals, of which some felt like he was grumbling about an acting gig that accomplished latest possible moment script changes, which they accept are known to happen on sets. The client being referred to composed an entertainer, griping about getting work. Not agreeing with me, perhaps the occupation expects you to be adaptable and learn on the spot. And what's the issue with playing a gay person, paying little mind to what the real story perceive how many individuals would rush to come to Perry's guide? I mean, the person truly is an extrovert. And some even think of him as a heavenly messenger. Fairness, he demonstrated half a month prior, as news have it, that Perry purportedly connected with Atlanta chairman Andrew Dickens about giving help to those occupants on fixed wages who could lose their homes because of rising land burdens. The Atlanta Diary Constitution revealed a source lets individuals know that Perry is giving $750,000 to assist with forestalling the dislodging of low-pay seniors in the city, especially the people who live in the space, encompassing Tyler Perry Studios. The source, who noticed that rising local charges in the space have been a critical consider the removal of long-term Atlanta occupants, says Perry's gift will repay off all local charges for each low-pay senior in the city, combining with district and school charges. Perry's gift will likewise incorporate about $500,000. Gave consistently over the course of the following 5 years planned to freeze local charges for 100 low-pay seniors in Atlanta. Over the course of the following 20 years, this repetitive gift is expected to pay the contrast between present-day local charges and possible increments to those expenses over the course of the following 20 years. The source says when he got the Quality Herschel Compassionate Honor at the Oscars in 2021, Perry said in his discourse, "When I set off on a mission to help somebody, it is my expectation to do that. I'm doing whatever it takes, not to do something besides meet someone at their humankind anyway." Even his great deeds have not had the option to prevent individuals from coming for him. You see, sometime before Jay chose to call the entertainer out, there was at that point an account about him surrounding via virtual entertainment, about how he may not precisely be the best individual to work with in light of the fact that, as per reports, Perry supposedly discharged a portion of his essayists, basically in light of the fact that they had their sights on association benefits. Subsequent to striking it enormous in the cinema world, Perry put his focus on TV, where he made progress with the hit sitcom Place of Pain, 2006. Yet similarly, as Perry was planning to sign a rewarding partnership bargain and sent off the side project, fulfill the Browns' time constraint, dropped the amazing news that he terminated 4 writers after they mentioned association. Gets the Essayists Society of America stepped in and accused Perry's creation organization of unjustifiable work practice and dealing in dishonesty. It was anything but a decent look. I feel like I was insulted, like we were utilized. Essayist Terry Earthy colored. Jackson told Cutoff Time we were sufficient to make more than 100 episodes, yet presently, with regards to receiving the rewards of the show being partnered and having other side projects from it, he chooses to let us go except if we acknowledge a horrendous proposition. Kelly Griffin, the head essayist for Place of Agony, said she wasn't going down easily. While I might want to see something good emerge from this for us, assuming that this battle assists future dark scholars with getting what they merit, that is something worth being thankful for. Concerning Perry learning his example, he rolled out an improvement to the author's space for his future shows by not having one. Perry told ABC News He composes all that himself currently. Perry's association inconveniences didn't include only journalists. In 2015, two entertainer associations restricted its individuals from acting in Perry's stage play Medea on the Run. Since his creation organization wouldn't sign an association contract, non-mainstream Wire revealed why this casted a ballot ineffectively for Perry. In a nutshell, an association contract basically records the agreements of work for patrons, as well as the business commitments and obligations for this situation at last. It's truly there to safeguard the entertainers, the site said, and Perry, in declining to sign an agreement, recommends, as it did on account of the four scholars, over that he would rather not need to be bound to any arrangements that could eat into his benefits from the show. The cases actually don't end with the journalists in association. Even individual VIPs that have worked with Perry have likewise apparently called him out for is characterized his two-full standard life. Monique hit the stage at the Apollo Theater on Monday night and got some margin to get down on Chief Lee Daniels, Oprah Winfrey, and Tyler Perry for whiteballing her from Hollywood. The Oscar-winning entertainer was playing out a parody set, which she went on an unexpected digression about her harmed associations with Daniels. Winfrey and Perry. Monique featured in Daniels' 2010 film Valuable, and from that point forward has just acted in 4 movies, something she guarantees is a result of their white falling in a 2015 meeting. She previously raised being debased by the threesome, saying that she had addressed Daniels, and he wouldn't expound on how Monique did or didn't be repudiated. Daniels answered those remarks in The Hollywood Columnist by saying that Monique's interest